Hey guys, it's Doc. Welcome to American Tales Live. We got a double header here at the Great White Buffalo Tavern in Stillwater, USA. I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, who has awesome hair, by the way, as somebody who cut his hair recently. I can't do it in this Oklahoma heat. I'm talking about Dylan Moss. Dylan, how are you doing, my guy?
Doing great, man. Happy that you had me on.
Excited to have you here at American Tales Live. Now, I will say that outside of town, I have been crushing that song lately, so I do like that release. That is your latest release, I believe, on Spotify.
Yep.
Jesus and Merle. That's a good song too. Dealing with loss.
Yeah.
I lost my dad a little bit over a year ago. So like any song, you kind of think about like a piece of me is always going to be with you. Because getting through like grief is like a constant battle, and music is one of the greatest mediums or really therapeutic tools that we have, I think.
Absolutely. I think so. Coming up in this past January was 10 years that I lost my dad. I do wish that I would have written that song now and not when I was like 18, but no, you're absolutely right though. I mean, it's a way to express how you're feeling without having to actually say it in a way, Yeah.
Because guys, sometimes we struggle, even if we write songs or like, I write, short films and documentaries, and I'm like, you know what? I'm better at that than sometimes communicating with my wife when she's just like, hey, do you remember the kids' event on this date? I'm like, oh, I think I forgot that one. So as guys, sometimes we struggle to communicate that. And sometimes we struggle to say to each other how we feel.
It's a real thing, man. My mom's a mental health therapist, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's been nice to have, like, growing, she doesn't exactly counsel me, but, she's knows all the tools to get through things like that. So, but it's absolutely important, and it's not talked about enough.
It is not talked about enough. We're two dudes on a podcast saying, share your feelings, right? Don't keep them bottled up, because then everything just boils over.
Absolutely. It has to pop at some point.
It has to pop, just like my engine when I arrived in San Antonio for our gig this last weekend. So away that went, and away we're going here with Dylan Moss on American Tales Live. Now, what have you been up to in 2026, Dylan?
So in 2026, we started off the year playing a whole bunch of shows. We're on the road pretty good. And then in March, so we've been slow on the shows since March, but there's a reason for that. So the first week of March, me and my band went up to Golden, Colorado and recorded our first record. So our debut album, it's going to be called Payne County Classic.
Ooh.
We cut that up in March, and I got the masters back on the way over here, as a matter of fact. So
breaking news.
Breaking news, yeah. It'll be coming out real soon. We're real excited about it. So that's what I've been up to in the last couple months, at least, is really fine-tuning all this stuff on the album and dialing up a whole bunch of promo stuff, for social media and stuff, and trying to bank it all away and get ready to push it. Because, what's the point of recording an album if you don't have any promo for it?
Yeah. How do you come up with the videos that just loop on a song on Spotify? Have you done that yet?
Yeah. Well, actually, I have my fiance make them because, I don't know, she's kind of handy with that stuff with CapCut. Like, we just sent out our save the dates and she made them. And I make like flyers for our shows and stuff. But she does that. So like because I don't have like any pictures of us on our phone, which is weird. But she has like all these little videos of me and stuff. And so she just put them all in there and kind of clipped them up. And because, it's like 15 seconds and it just loops. Because if you try too hard to make it, it might look cool for the first 15 seconds. But then it's like, oh, this doesn't make any sense with the song now. Yeah. So it's just got to be something kind of cool.
Yeah, it's just kind of got to be out there.
I think on the one for Roses, it's like one of the shots is like me hitting a golf ball and stuff, and it's just all over the place.
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense. We had Jeremy Phillips on. He's up from the Osage, Missouri area, and talking about how he makes those shorts. And sometimes it's just like it doesn't mesh with the lyrics at the moment, but it's just got a cool vibe to
it.
Right? So kind of talking about that, are you going to release the album all together?
Yeah, so we'll do 2 singles, and then we will drop the whole record.
Okay. How long has it taken you to put together this record?
Well, since I started writing songs, if you will, but actually we went up to Denver. We cut it all in a week. Yeah. So some of the songs on it, one of the songs, we wrote the third verse in Denver.
Yeah.
And because that was something cool that I wanted to do, us in the band, like we got up there. So it's about Colorado, the third verse is. And some of them I wrote when I was 18 and a couple of them just in between, So it's kind of, and it's called Payne County Classic, because me and my whole band were all from this area, from Payne County. So, and I think that it shows that if you could put Payne County into an album, we did it with Red Dirt Music and all of that. But it's been a long time coming to make this album happen, but I'm real excited that happened the way that it did. Me and the boys went up to, like I said, Denver. We stayed in Denver and we recorded in Golden, Colorado at Clubhouse Recorders, and we kind of put the phones away and dove into the music for a week and just had a great time. We're kind of on cloud nine, you know. It was kind of had to readjust back to reality whenever we came back, but that was the most pure form of music that I've ever made, you know. And I've only made one album, but it was just really cool to experience that in that way.
Yeah, Golden is beautiful. It's got Colorado School of the Mines, right? If we're talking academia, but also it's got Coors right there.
The brewery and Red Rocks was walking distance from the studio. You know, it's just cool.
Have you been to the Coors Brewery yet?
I have not. I've been to the Anheuser Brewery in St. Louis, but I have not been to the Coors Brewery.
My wife has family that lives out in Denver area, right? So we've been going there for years. Haven't been in a while since we have kids because they're going to want to go skiing, and I'm not very good, so it's like,
and that's expensive.
Very expensive in today's market and in today's economy. But having to put everything on her to chase them down the mountain because I'm just not great at it. It's like I can't swim, and her dad has a lake house, and I'm like, I'm not allowed to help. I can drive the boat and I can back the trailer up, but if in a life-saving situation, that's going to be on you.
You have other skills, though.
I have other skills. You know? I have other skills like Liam Neeson. Let me ask you this. So in Golden, did you try like the historic, when we ate there the last time, we went to like a place where it was like the 1900s. Like it was a really cool bar. The name's escaping me, but it was just like meat, potatoes.
No, we did not. We ate a lot of great food while we were up there, but no. I know that we'll be back up there at some point because it was beautiful. We made some good connections for some venues up there too. So,
what's on your dream bucket list for venues to play as a band?
So Kane's Ballroom, obviously. I mean, it's just historic. So I would say Kane's, Billy Bob's would be just the two like no-brainers for me. But then personally for me, it would be Green Hall down in Green, Texas. The John T. Flores Country Store would be cool.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I guess this is probably a cliche answer, but like I would say the Ryman / the Opry. Like that just is like, you know.
Yeah. Have you been?
The Golden.
Have you been to the Opry?
Yeah. I've been there, and I've been in Nashville, dude. I've done some co-writes there. I've went just to party before too, you know, so. It's
a great place to go. Nashville has blown up. Definitely. We went to the Opry last time when my wife was like 9 months pregnant. We had to go to DC. We couldn't fly because the doctor's like, hey, that could put her into labor, right? So we drove out there and stopped in Nashville and went to the Opry, went to Rainforest Cafe. As I look off camera to my friend Cody, who makes fun of me for liking Rainforest Cafe.
I think it's cool, man.
The gorillas, man.
It's fun.
Did you know that the zoos traded gorillas? I'm not trying to get off topic here.
I did not, no.
I just figured it out. I think of the Pittsburgh.
Like as in like a basketball team would?
Oh, yeah. They said, I'm going to trade one silverback gorilla who might be more ripe for reproduction, right?
Okay.
To a younger gorilla that's not quite there. I think Little Joe was his name. But I just learned this in the last 48 hours. And like you said, Dylan, I didn't know you could trade picks. Like the Oklahoma City always trade picks.
Future one silverback for like a baby giraffe and some cash.
Yeah.
You know?
And $3,500 to the
one future polar bear, you know, it's like that.
Sometimes in life, like you think you know everything and then you figure it out. And that's a lot about, you know, music and what you do and what I do in the space. You just keep figuring things out.
I mean, in music too. I mean, I traded this guitar I've got right here. I actually traded it a couple weeks ago. I had an old Telly. It's really nice. I say old, like I just have had it forever. I traded it. I don't play it for that guitar right there. So, I mean, there's trades made all the time and everything.
Are you ever a Facebook Marketplace swapper? Like you just...
Yeah, I am. I mean, not as much as some people. Like my guitar player, Rance, he is the king of it. He'll send me stuff and stuff too. But I sell stuff on there occasionally, you know?
Yeah.
I think you can get a hell of a deal. And sometimes people don't know what they have. And sometimes I don't know what I have. You know, I notice if I'll post something on there for sale and I'm getting like a bunch of bites immediately, I'm like, maybe I should have put it for more money, but you can't go back now.
You can't go back now. It's already out there. The cat's out of the bag. All right, we're back here at American Tales live from the Great White Buffalo Tavern here in Stillwater, USA. I'm with Dylan Moss. He's got a new album, Payne County Classics, coming out with him and his band, The Middle Class. You're going to play us a new song that has not been released yet. What's the title of the song and kind of the story behind it?
This one is going to be called Long Way to Go. It's a tune that I wrote weirdly pretty fast. I wrote this song probably in 30 or 45 minutes. And it's one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. And one of my personal favorites on the record when it comes to strictly songwriting, you know, there's some thumpers on there. Yeah. This one I like to call like a sensitive banger. But yeah, this is called Long Way to Go.
Long Way to Go, Dylan Moss. Here we go.
Well, I'm out of patience patience for the next few days. Well, and don't you even look my way. They say rain is a blessing, it's coming down sideways. Yeah, but if you sleep in a tent, that don't feel too great. Yeah, but I keep traveling down my own little road, and I just keep searching for a place to call my home. And I just keep gambling away everything I own. Well, then one day I'll finally settle up. We got a long way to go. Well, I got a first class seat on a Barstool jet. Man, that's a rocky flight that I tend to regret. There was some boys in the corner, didn't like what I said, but I thought it was funny and it went over their head. So I just keep traveling down my own little road, and I just keep searching for a place to call my home. And I just keep gambling away everything I own. Well, then one day I'll finally settle up. I got a long way to go. But I just keep traveling down my own little road, and I just keep searching for a place to call my home. And I just keep gambling away everything that I own. Well, then one day I'll finally settle up. I'm telling you, one day I'll finally settle up. But I got a long way to go. Hey, well, I'm out of patience for the next few days. Well, and don't you even look my way. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for playing the unreleased song that's going to come out on Payne County Classics pretty soon across streaming platforms from Dylan Monson Middle Class. It sounds really good, and I love the story and intentionality behind it, because you're just like, sometimes in life, like we always have a long way to go.
Yeah.
Because you look back, you're probably thinking, like you said, some of these songs are going to be on this new album. You started at 18.
Yeah.
And who you were then is not
me now.
No, that's 6 years ago, right? You're 24 now, and it's like gambling away everything that I've ever owned. Sometimes we do that every day when we're taking a risk on chasing our dreams.
Absolutely. And it's just saying that, like, you know, like, basically, like, one day I'll settle up, you know, but I got a long way to go. Like, you know, knowing that, like, I'll ride this thing till the wheels fall off. But, like, acknowledging it too, personal growth.
Yeah.
I guess that would be the way to put it. But
it's definitely, I think, hard as a creative spirit. And I think you can agree with me, Dylan, and our friends out there, is that you know where you want to go. And you know the steps that you think you've got to get there to, you know, that end goal, you know, and you're trying to manifest your destiny.
Well, I saw something where somebody said that the best winners are people that just didn't give up after losing, you know?
Yeah.
Because you got a trial and error with everything like that. But one thing about that song, too, is that, like, both the verses are absolutely factual.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's kind of a play on I'm out of patience, but, like, the last time that I will ever sleep in a tent, it did thunderstorm on us.
Yeah.
So, like, at nights, like, I don't sleep in the tent.
Yeah.
Not anymore, because that was the worst experience ever. And then, you know, like, we like to just talk around and just have fun, you know, and then sometimes people don't like it. So, like, that is it's just really straight from the heart and straight from how I felt at that very moment.
Yeah. And if that's just a preview of what to expect from the full album when it drops, as it was recorded there in the beautiful city of Golden, Colorado.
Yes.
It's just amazing out there. Tell me, who were your biggest musical influences growing up?
Growing up, it was so my parents were not from around here, but they met in Stillwater. And so I grew up listening to a bunch of Red Dirt stuff. So I grew up listening to a bunch of Randy Rogers and like Wade Bowen was like my dad's favorites. And then, but like a bunch of Ragweed and The Great Divide. And then also a whole bunch of like Merle Haggard. So in the old country, like obviously we listen to old country every now and then, but like Merle Haggard was really the main thing. And so Merle Haggard was a huge influence just on, you know, everything. But like Randy Rogers, Ragweed, all these Red Dirt guys, No Justice, Mickey and the Motor Cars, Reckless Kelly, all of these bands from when I was a kid that were, you know, big time. And then what's been cool about it too is getting to meet and be acquaintances with some of these people. And, you know, I actually played one of the Brown Brothers guilds on the record.
That's awesome.
So that was pretty cool. But
how did your parents kind of shape who you are today as a young man as well as an up-and-coming artist?
Well, they definitely, I'm very blessed. I got to grow up with, you know, like obviously like my dad passed about a little over 10 years ago, but I got to grow up and I got 14 years of seeing how a relationship is supposed to work on a healthy level. So like, and I know not everybody gets that. So that shaped me into just who I am today. But also when it comes to music and like sports, I'm a big sports guy. So I went to my first OSU baseball game when I was 4 days old. Still have the ticket. We've had season tickets. We had season tickets of football throughout until I started playing too much where we couldn't make it.
Yeah.
I still have season tickets to basketball games. So they shaped me into, I bleed orange, you know. Yeah. I think I might hate OU more than I love OSU. It's one of those things. And then when it comes to music, they just kind of instilled very good, like, I mean, for at least for what I do for Red Dirt stuff, you know, it's like that's what we listen to, and that's what was good music, you know. Yeah. Not that Nashville country isn't good music. It's just like we didn't really listen to that, and I don't know. I guess that would be my answer to it.
Yeah. I mean, anytime that you get to have influential parents in your life forever, you know, life is all just, you know, cyclical, right? We go through these phases and we never know how each one's going to last, and we have to really soak in and enjoy those moments that we have with our loved ones for
Absolutely.
Sure. But we have to kind of take what we can from each person we meet in those phases of life and kind of build on them, right? And reflect. The reflection, like we talked about, from where you were at 18 when you started some of these songs for the next album to now at 24, it's just completely different.
Right. Well, that's when I really started writing songs too. I just had a completely different outlook on life. You know, obviously I'd had like some sort of struggles, but like you don't really know about struggles until you really get out in the real world and like you're paying bills and you're doing stuff, and you're like, and then like for me, like going out on the road and like you were talking about your car breaking down, you know, like I've had my fair share of flat tires and blowouts, and you know, you show up, you're promised a room for the whole band and it's just a studio apartment with an air mattress. You know, you got to pivot. You have to pivot and figure it out. Like, but that's just all part of growing up, man. That's what's cool, and that's what I think the record really does show that too. It's like just growth.
And sometimes growth is hard. It comes through failure. It's not always like little, you know, what I call like you go around in a lap in Mario Kart, right? And and there's not little checkpoints where you get the little guy waving a flag at you.
For sure.
Like there's not always somebody that's going to tell you you're doing it right. It's just got to be that little voice in your head, that little whisper in the wind that keeps you going.
Absolutely. There's been plenty of times in my life where I feel like I've gone one step forward and two steps back. You know, I feel like now I'm to the point where I might be going two steps forward, one step back. Yeah. But not in the same kind of ways. But yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, it's just going out and doing it, and, you know, especially being like independent, and like, because what people don't realize too is that, you know, when it comes to like playing music and stuff, it's a business at the end of the day. And there's only real one way to do it. And that's what Ash was talking about earlier about his first time playing at Bad Brad's. I'm like, we'll go up first. Sometimes you just got to throw it right in the fire. That's how I learned how to swim, you know? Not really. I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? It's that concept.
I never learned how to swim. There in Bartlesville, my parents took me to swim classes at Phillips 66 at the Splash Club. They threw me in. I went right to the bottom. I never went back. So that was part of my childhood trauma for me, for my friends out there. But kind of tell me, when you started hitting the road and playing, where did you really feel like this is right for me? What was the first time on the road where you're a little bit out of your comfort zone, where you felt like, you know what, this is where I'm supposed to be, even if you lock your keys in your car in Northeast Pennsylvania?
Yeah, that wasn't it.
That wasn't it. No,
that was more recent too. So I was like, that one was just on me. I would honestly say, so Probably the first time that I went down to West Texas. We used to go down there and played in Wink, Texas, which is a little town, right there. You're right next to New Mexico and Mexico, like way far down there. Whenever we did that, just because, you get to go out on the road. We were probably 18 or 19 years old, and it was like really cool. We went down to Fort Worth. We played at this place called the Mule Barn, ate at Joe T. Garcia's and stuff, and then we drove down there. But just that whole weekend, I remember it. I'll never forget it. Yeah. We were driving through West Texas with the windows down because the AC went out, and I was like, I wasn't mad. Like, it wasn't a frustrating thing. I just had so much fun. I was with my best friends. I was like, man, we just got paid to go play music and drink beer and have a good time, and it was just that right there made me be like, man, I'd love to find a way to make this what I can do. And then just the more times of getting to do that, and then it makes me appreciate, like, we get to do, like, me and Asher play here at the Buffalo every Monday, and we have all the boys come out to the Wormy Dog every Wednesday. And for so long I got to host Thursdays at Bad Brad's. Like, makes you appreciate those moments so much more, not to say of being home, but just to like the community that we're able to build. Because whenever I was 18 and 19, there was no real community that at least we were involved in here. And so it's just like really cool. But like that trip specifically, like I remember going down to West Texas for the first time, and like we were really actually far away from home. Yeah. So like I went to college for a semester at NEO. Yeah. Because I grew up in Perkins. So that was like away from home. But this one, we were 9 hours from home, and like got a flat tire, nobody's coming to save you. Like in that moment, just realizing that and the freedom of it in a way was something that I'll never forget. And I was just like, it just really was like, I'm going to do everything I can to work hard and, perfect this craft, and then just keep going. And like I said, that's 5 years ago, and I haven't dropped an album. So that's a good thing in my opinion. It's like, I've really got to perfect the craft. I've done a lot of wrong things in the way of like thinking how it's supposed to go, but
bad choices.
Really, I've made a lot of bad choices, man. I got a tune about that, but we've like, you know what I mean? It's just like really learning. I think that the good Lord puts people or lets things happen for a reason at the right time. And so like, I think that I always wanted to drop it out, but I'm glad we didn't get to do it until when we did, because it wouldn't be what it is, and I'm really proud of it. And I'm never proud of my own music. So very proud of this album.
2 follow-ups to that. First one is it hard when you have to edit your own clips, or your fiance's editing it, and just like hearing yourself or watching yourself? Because when I edit our stuff, right, when I do part of that, sometimes it's weird for me to like have to listen to myself for an hour and a half.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever it's mainly me talking, because I'm like, why would I even say that? Like, I don't talk like that, Yeah. And my fiance's helped out. She doesn't do a whole lot of the like this short form stuff like that I do, because she's in school right now, in cosmetology school. But yeah, like, and I have so many videos in my phone of me just messing up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh no. But yeah, like editing, it's weird, because then like you're like, oh yeah, that was a good take, and then you go to post it and I listen to it one more time and I'm like, I start to get insecure about it, and I'm like, just post it, who cares,
Because it's going to be here today, gone in 5 minutes, not gone tomorrow. Because I did the same thing. So on our road trip down in San Antonio, I was using one of our smaller cameras and just doing like a travel vlog, right? Mm-hmm. And I could tell you there's probably 40 clips for every one that made it out, because I would start and then I'd be like, oh man, I'd watch it back and be like, why did I say that? What was I talking about?
Well, even like I'll have like it set up and I'll be playing something, and then the dog will run right in front of it, and I'm like, oh, you got to start over and stuff. But
talking about your growth as an artist, who would you say really opened doors of opportunity for you? Who was really influential for you, to you being at the precipice of releasing your first album at age 24 with you and your band?
In a like looking up to a like. So I guess I have 2 answers. It's like, okay, so guys like BJ Barnes, American Aquarium, Hayes Carl, Mike McClure, some of these dudes that like have proven that you can be independent and do it, and like you don't have to put yourself in a box, and they write cool songs. Those are people I look up to songwriting wise. But when it comes to like people that have really helped out, I would Ben Brock out of Oklahoma City, Uncle Ben, him, Blake Langford, a bunch of guys that really kind of let us in the door when it comes to the gigs and stuff. But honestly, and I don't say this trying to sound any sort of cocky, but there wasn't a whole lot of people outside of just like friends and a good support system that really helped us get to where we are today and get to be able to be, and I feel like that's one thing that is my job in like Stillwater, is like with guys like Ash and all these other guys that are playing, is like to be there, like if they want to ask me a question about what to do, like to be there for them, because I didn't really have that, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't exactly looking for it. You know what I mean? But it's like, but like guys like Ben Brock and Ben McKenzie, there's too many people to name off the top of my head, but those guys really let us play at like these Seventh Day Rebellions and kind of opened us up to a whole different community of like songwriters and like Oklahoma City and in Tulsa, Jordan Cox in Tulsa. Like these guys have like, they really kind of just, I think without trying, they showed me and like all of us that it's like, oh yeah, like these guys are cool. And there was a point where like, I just wanted to be on stage with them. And now I've got a bunch of shows with Ben Brock. You know, it's just really cool.
I would say, you know, my buddy's got a really great TED Talk out there. It's about and then moments in life. People who, because we all have this like bag of keys in our pocket that if we want to, if we feel inspired enough by the person that we meet, we could unlock something that's going to help them move into the next phase of either them professionally or personally. But I always think about like, you know, and this happened, you know, for us, you know, getting a residency here in Tulsa, then the next thing you know, Missouri opens up and it's just like, and then. And it's just like those moments outweigh any of the negative aspect of it. Or if you feel like, hey, I thought that person and I really connected, I thought they were going to unlock a door for me and they didn't, right? And I just kept moving and said, hell with it. I'm just going to chop it down myself.
Just keep traveling down your own little road.
You're traveling down your own little road.
Well, I would like to say that too. So like a big thing for me that it was a weird hurdle to get over for some reason was like, whenever you look like back at like where you came from, if you're looking about where you were at yesterday, you haven't moved that far up. But if you look at where you're at when I was 18, like I'm way up the hill now. So it's like sometimes putting it into perspective, and also like sometimes if you do something really cool, it's a great experience. You can do the same thing again the next year and it doesn't feel as cool, but it's like, oh yeah, because you've already done it, because you know, it's just growth like that too. But it's easy to get down on yourself and to feel like, you know, all those things. You just have to keep just keep with it. Ride the wave, man. You know?
You can't make it to the top if you're not willing to climb. It's almost like that's in a song by Dylan Moss.
Right, exactly.
I think I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that was in Bad Choices. I was definitely blasting that on the way here.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like just to say on that too, it's like, I think that it shows in my writing and this record that people are going to see that like, I'm not out here telling tall tales about what my songs are. And I'm not saying that means you don't, you know, you got to paint a picture, obviously. But like, if I'm going to sing about smoking a cigarette, I was probably smoking a cigarette that day. I'm not singing about it because I'm a clean lunged person, you know? Yeah. Just like as an example.
Just being authentic.
I think that, being authentic, that's the main thing for me too. And that's what I love about those guys like Hayes Carl, BJ Barham and stuff, like just authentic of being themselves, and they don't really care what anybody says. And you know, and it's part of it, because I feel like you're selling yourself short if you're not being authentic, like, because there's no reason not to.
100%. We're going to take a quick break and then come back on American Tales Live here at the Great White Buffalo Tavern, and our guy Dylan Moss is going to sing Bad Choices for us. We'll be right back. All right, we are back here at American Tales Live with Dylan Moss, and Dylan's going to play one of my favorite songs, Bad Choices. That's number one and most popular on his Spotify. Make sure you go give him a follow. Bad Choices by Dylan Moss.
Wrote the song about making bad decisions.
Let's go.
Sit there and wonder what happened. I can get out of bed. I can say what you want me to, or I can just say nothing instead. Yeah. I could walk down the sidewalk, try to clear my head. I could sit in a smoke-filled bar and just shoot whiskey instead. I'll just shoot whiskey instead. Yeah, but it's been a long time coming. Well, and I'm the only one who's done it to me. Baby, I'm about tired of running. Oh, now I can finally see what the bad choices do to me. Yeah, well, love ain't simple. It'll never show up on time, but you can't ever reach the top. Not if you're too afraid to climb. That's right. slowly, day by day. Try to stay away from the whiskey and wine. Leave it up to the good Lord and just try to keep myself in line. But I can't keep myself in line. Not if it's been a long time coming. Well, and I'm the only one who's done it to me. Baby, I'm about tired of running. Oh, now I can finally see what the bad choices do to me. Yeah, but it's been a long time coming. Well, and I'm the only one who's done it to me. Baby, I'm about tired of running. Oh, now I can finally see. Well, it looks like now I can finally see what the bad choices do to me. Yeah, what they do to me. What they do to me.
You crushed that. You absolutely crushed that, man. I love that song. But man, so excited for the new album to come out. So is this something that's going to be later in the winter of 2026?
No, we're looking at late August, early September.
So we're talking about really soon.
Real soon. Like I said, I just got the masters back, so we're real close.
Are you going to have an album release party?
We will, and it'll be at...
Oh.
They wanted us to. They wanted to host that, so that'll be cool.
I think we might be back in Stillwater.
We might have to bleep that though, because we might have to announce it together or something. That'd be cool.
Okay,
we'll make that happen.
We got two cuts. We got two cuts here. We
will be having an album release party in Stillwater, and it'll be really cool. We might do. I think we're gonna do an acoustic version of the record, because we want to have a good time, and probably ask some of our buddies to come play and stuff. So it'll be cool.
That'd be awesome. We'll have to come back to Stillwater for the album release party at a place to be named later. We definitely did not reveal the place before. So kind of closing up, we're going to do some lighthearted stuff. Most famous person in your phone?
Most famous person in my phone? Shit. I don't know.
Is there a connection you made on the road?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think famous-wise. I don't know. Probably Mike McClure.
Okay, shout out Mike.
But not any real A-listers on my phone.
They're A-list in our hearts.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like your mom and your fiance.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd really have to think about it. I don't know. When it comes to phone number, yeah, it'd probably be that. But I don't
know. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of OSU athletes? Top 4 athletes of all time.
So you got to throw Barry Sanders up there for sure.
Okay, Barry.
Robin Ventura.
Shout out Robin.
Baseball. I would say Cade Cunningham now, because he's done a whole lot and I get to watch him play. And then I don't know. Let's go with trying to think of something cool here. Well, I'll just throw my first favorite player was Zach Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
Back quarterback. But, I mean, maybe let's say instead of that, let's go Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas.
We'll throw him up there.
God, he was legit.
Yeah, for sure.
Buffalo Bills, some of the saddest stories of my... Yeah. You were definitely not alive then, but losing 4 Super Bowls in a row. The 4 Falls of Buffalo is a great 30 for 30 on ESPN. But I will tell you this. Garth Brooks, He threw the javelin.
Yeah, it's true. He would not be on my list though.
He would not be on your list.
No, not OSU athletes for sure.
Not OSU athletes.
I'm not big into javelin throwing. I mean, it's just not my swag.
Yeah, but basketball though, Cade Cunningham,
the Big Country, Bryant Reeves. Too,
Big Country.
John Lucas. There's some good pulls there for sure.
Rest in peace, Eddie Sutton. Those are some good days as a kid. And I remember at Gallagher-Iba Arena when they wanted to raise the roof and added more capacity. And now I think we're coming back for Cowboy basketball.
I think so too. Well, something cool about that real quick is I actually have the brick from the original. It was my dad's, but it's like, whenever they did whenever they raised the roof, literally.
Yeah, literally. I'm going to raise the roof in this place. Could you imagine playing there? Like at halftime or something?
I remember one of my only, whenever you're like 5 years old and under, you don't really remember a whole lot.
No.
Well, one of the things I do remember is I was at the triple overtime game, Oklahoma State versus Texas, when KD was at Texas.
Yeah.
And my mom was so mad at my dad for taking me because it was so loud.
Yeah.
I was just a little kid.
Yeah. It used to get wicked loud in Gallagher.
Oh, yeah.
But the good days are ahead.
For sure. There was a couple games this past year where it got a little rowdy, but nothing like it has been. So hopefully we're there. Shouts out Coach Lutz. Do it for us, man.
Let's go. I will tell you, Eddie Sutton, back in the day, sometimes in those Bedlam games, the score would be like 37-35. Not a lot of offense back in the day, but the defense and slapping the floor, that was just iconic of the brand of OSU Cowboy basketball back in the day. So, Dylan, I think 5 years from now, 10 years from now, maybe we're seeing each other at the Opry.
I hope so.
Both chasing our dreams.
Speak it into existence.
Speak it, manifest destiny.
Absolutely.
And also share your feelings. That's what we were talking about at the top of the show. But so excited for the album release. We hope that we'll be back for that at a place to be named later. And you got a great story, man. And keep fighting and putting it out there.
I appreciate it, brother.
Thanks for joining us today on American Tales Live and having us here at the Great White Buffalo Tavern in Stillwater. We will catch you next time on American Tales. Make sure you come out and see us at the Hunt Club at our monthly residency the first Thursday of every month from August to December. So come out and see us and Mary Ellen and the crew there at the Hunt Club in downtown Tulsa. For Cody and for Dylan and for Asher, I'm Tuck. This was American Tales Live.
Long time coming. Well, and I'm the only one who's done it to me. Baby, I'm about tired of running. Oh, now I can finally see what the bad choices do to me.